Okay, a Sufi leader. How many of you actually thought I would be wearing a long Punjabi with something to do with a long beard? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Trust me, Sufis doesn't wear all the time have long beards. So sometimes you have to see Sufi leaders wearing a shirt and a t-shirt, and it's absolutely fine. So anyways, today my conversation is about youth and the power of youth and importance of youth. So if I begin off with by asking you that what if I told you that all the dreams you see will never work? You don't have any knowledge or any experience, or you don't know how the world works for you to dream big and have a vision, and what you were thinking at the moment may not work. Well, this is what I have been told in my mid-20s, that all the vision I had of making the world more inclusive and tolerant is not going to work. So when I heard all of those, I formed an organization called Save and Serve Foundation. I dared to email the Under Secretary General of the United Nations for an event, and he came all over from New York to Bangladesh, and we hosted the first ever national level interreligious harmony event, followed by another. We created one of the largest network of interreligious harmony in Bangladesh. I am leading it at the moment. And in 2019, the UN Office of Genocide and Prevention thought, hey, this guy is doing good, let's showcase him as the champion of prevention in UN Headquarter. So this is all which, not me, our team has done when we face these challenges and this question. And then I wanted to venture into politics as a Sufi leader, and I was told the same. So I enrolled into politics. I started with national politics, root level politics, international politics, and I've done quite decent. I've been part of all the election campaign for the last 7 years, from local to national level, and I've quite made a mark so far. Then I moved on saying education is important. Let's work with the youth. I was told you're too young to work with any youth because you himself are a youth. So I became a president of a college, a government college in Chittagong at the age of 24. I'm still the president. The pass rate that back then was around 20%, now it's over 75%. So yes, I'm not here to talk about my achievements, a little bit though, but I'm here to tell you how and why I did achieve this much at that age. So if I was told to do all of this at the moment, at this age, I'm 34 at the moment, I might have picked one, I might have selected few, or maybe I would have seen the profit and loss statement and I've maybe not ventured into any of the projects. So what was it which motivated me to do so much at that time? If I think right now, it has to be the power of youth and the motivation of youth and the youth factor which was working for me back then. So say if the power lies with the youth, what is the power and why is the power so strong? So if we come down to the first question or the first point I want to raise is, why are youth so powerful? Point number one, impact. The impact of youth is very strong. The impact which youth has, it does not go by the numbers, the facts, the figures, the reports we write, whether they will succeed, they will fail, or whether they will see a good future. No, youth doesn't see it when it comes to impact. Youth sees its intention, its vision, and the courage to go and do something good for the country, for the nation, and for himself as well. So the impact which youth has, it stretches, it's elastic. It makes the difference, it changes, it turns the way we think. So yes, youth are powerful because of their impact. The second very important point, which I believe, is decision making. It's the chances you take. At the age when you're in your 30s or in your 40s or in your 50s, you will not take much chances when it comes to life decision. No, you won't. But in your youth, in your prime, you will take a lot of chances. You will take some irrational decisions, which may sound to be rational, but may be very irrational. You may go for some innovation. You may go for some work or activities which later on may be the deciding point of your career. Why the chances help? Why you should take the chances comes to the third point which I want to talk about, is time. Trust me, time is the most important factor when it comes to whatever you want to do. No chances, no impact will work if you don't have time by your side. When you grow a tree, first you have to plant a seed, and the seed takes time to grow. The seed will face a lot of struggle, a lot of wind, a lot of storm. But since there's time by your side, it will eventually grow, and eventually one day it will succeed. So youth has time with your side. So use the time well, use the impact well, use the chances well so that you succeed in life. This is why youth is so powerful. Now some of you might ask that, I get it, we are very powerful, we are very strong. Does it mean I'll go and start punching on the wall? I have done it, and trust me, it's not nice. So what do we do with this power? Where do we channelize this power? Where do we do something so it forms something good? Which comes to the second point, which is what do we do with this power of youth? All of us here in the room, all of you, all the youth, youngsters here, you already have a child in you which is almost ready to be born after you graduate. What is this child? This child is your idea. This child is your innovation. This child is your company. This child is your vision, which you are nurturing all throughout your years in your colleges, in university, which is ready to be born once you graduate. So remember, this innovation of yours, this child of yours, this company of yours, this job of yours, whatever dream you have, this is your first child. So nurture it well, protect it well, and make sure no harm is being done. These ideas you have right now, which will take shape, this will not just take shape for a project to happen, this will take shape so that you succeed in life. Maybe these ideas, maybe these innovations, maybe this will not reach sky high. Maybe it will reach, say, the 10th floor, the first floor, the second floor, or even the ground floor. But why is this innovation, these ideas so important? Because this is the start of your career, of your vision, of the vision and the mission you had in you. So nurture it well and don't let your first idea die down. Make sure it survives, because one day when other projects fail, one day when this idea will help you to bring other projects and you don't do well, you have to come back to the roots to find your answers. So always make sure the first idea you have right now, you protect it well and you take it forward as much as possible. So we get it, the what's and the whys. Why is youth so powerful? What do we do? How do we channelize this strength towards making something strong? But is it so easy? Isn't there any struggle? Isn't there any roadblocks? Trust me, there will be struggles and there will be sufferings, and you cannot do anything about it. There will be struggles and there will be sufferings. No matter how much you want to divert it from, it will come to you. And if I tell you right now that I have not just struggled and suffered in my life, with my work and my personal life, at this very moment when I'm standing in front of you, I'm also suffering and I'm also struggling. And I make sure I put my strength so that I can venture out and do something good for the nation and for myself as well. So when these struggles happen, when this suffering happens, what do? How do you tackle it? Because without tackling it, you can't move forward. Which brings to the third and the most important point, which is mental strength and stability. You have to be mentally strong. Your confidence has to be sky high. Your personality has to show what you feel like, and you have to make sure whatever struggle comes in your way, whatever suffering comes your way, you use your mental strength to recover and to march forward. And when mental strength comes in, you must prepare yourself that you are a human being and you will make mistakes. We all do. I have done as well. So what you do when you do mistakes? What do you do when you make mistakes in life? Be it work, be it personal, you will certainly do so. Well, always remember, when you make mistakes, you learn from it and you move on. And while you move on, human psychology tells us that we reach out to people, or people will reach out to us to talk about our mistakes in life. And when you do so, you'll have two categories of people which will reach out to you, or you'll reach out to. Number one category of people I call the heart menders, which are the positive people in your life. They'll tell you that it's okay, you have done a mistake. They'll tell you it's fine. Move on, don't judge yourself, make sure you go forward and we'll protect you. So these people, if you have in your life, hold them near and dear and never let them go. There's another form of people I call the mind screwers, the negative people. These people will tell you, no, don't get out of your mistake, you stay in your mistake. You hold on to your mistake, They'll ask you questions that what are you doing? You are not normal, you need a cure, you are an idiot, you are this, you are that, something's very wrong with you, come to me, I'll give you a heal. They'll tell you all of this stuff until you break down and your soul starts crying. If you have this kind of people in your life, all you do is run. You run like there's no second day. You run like it's the last day of your life and never look back, and don't let these people hurt you or take control of your life. There's third form of mistakes which you'll do, and it will go public. Now that's a very fun part. Some of my mistakes has gone public and I love it. So there has been time in my life, I get up in the morning, I open the window shade, and I look into the brilliant sky walls of Gulshan city, of Dhaka, and I see in bold letter written, Tayyab's biggest mistake and his vulnerability. So when I look into the mistake which has been on show for the world, well, I think of maybe I can go down, close the blind, go to my room and never come out, but I don't do that. I look into the mistakes and I tell the world that I'm a human being and I'm supposed to make mistakes. I look into the world and the mistakes and I tell the world that yes, I have committed the mistakes and I own up to the mistake and I have done good for myself and I'll not let this mistake get me down. So no matter how much the world tells you to stop, no matter how much the world tells you to don't go forward, you make sure you utilize those mistakes, you learn from it and you move forward and never let anyone judge you or hold you back. Always remember, mistakes are meant to be done, but it's how you repent it and how you move forward is more important. And they'll tell you that action speaks louder than word. Well, let me give you another point today. Intention speaks louder than action. If your intention is pure, if your goal is pure, you hold on to it and don't let any mistake stop you. You learn from it, you move forward, and you save your soul no matter what happens in your life, because that soul of yours, that mental peace of yours will not just make you successful in life, but make you content and happy in life. Which comes down to the last point I want to share with you all today, is that why am I sharing all of these important notes about why youth is so powerful, how you save yourself, how do you move forward? Well, is it because youth is important and your idea is important? Yes, but there's a bigger picture to it. The bigger picture is survival. Survival of you? No. It's the survival of the world, the society, the community, the country we live in. If our nation, if the world has to survive, it has to back its guts, its assets towards you, the youth of the country and to the world. Because what you will think today, the way you will shape your projects, the way you will shape your ideas, will actually shape the very existence of this world. How you will bend the rules, how you will merge the new rules, will actually decide between good and bad and give a new perception and dimension on how the world will mobilize and will move on. So always make sure that you are mentally strong, you back your guts and the ideas you have, you push on and on and on with honesty, with humbleness and with confidence and never look back. And always remember that people will tell you the future. No. By telling you the future, they're pushing you forward, they're pushing you back. I'll tell you what you are. You are the present. The youth are the present of this world, of our country, and you will shape the very future we live in the future. So don't look back. The power of youth is strong, it's mighty, it's there for us to grab and it's there for us to utilize. So use it well once you graduate and make sure you shape the very world we live in. Thank you very much.